for our special broadcast as we bring you sights and sounds from the city of Richards Bay here in KZN. We are here to acknowledge the Tourism Investment Forum Africa for the year 2025 in its third year, and we also are going to be in conversation with some of the delegates that are part of this year's occasion between today and tomorrow as the forum unfolds. So the Tourism Investment Forum Africa 2025 is currently underway in the city of Mhlathuze, bringing together global investors, and it's also about business leaders coming together until Friday, which is tomorrow, the 29th of August. The forum is themed tourism and infrastructure investment, driving economic transformation and enhancing community well-being. So we are looking at day one today that features exclusive, or day one rather was yesterday. It had featured exclusive site visits to several high-impact projects across Richards Bay. And today is day two, where the conference is convening at the Itemba venue. Tembela venue. Oh my goodness.
That's the one.
Tembela venue is where we are in Richards Bay, and it's absolutely glorious. Joining us right now in conversation to really talk about how they are shaping the future of KwaZulu-Natal from an economic landscape perspective. We're joined by Xolani Ngwezi, who is the uMhlathuze Local Municipality Mayor, and he's going to talk to us about all things to do with TIFA. Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor. How are you?
Good afternoon, my sister and your colleague here, and to the listeners at home.
Thank you. Let's talk about, first of all, just your reaction in terms of TIFA2025 being hosted in the city of Mhlathuze for this year.
Well, we're very excited as the residents of the city of Mhlathuze, because the TIFA is happening for the first time in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and the provincial government actually helped the city of Mhlathuze in bidding for this event, and finally it is happening here in the city of Mhlathuze, the first of its kind in the province.
The theme for this year, Mr. Ngwezi, is that tourism and infrastructure are going to be the key drivers for transformation, right? When we're thinking about the alignment, what was the main idea and the focus, and perhaps even some specific areas that needed to be aligned with right now, considering that the theme is infrastructure improvement and tourism that will drive the transformation of the area? Were there specific key areas when you found out that TIFA is going to be a part of this that you wanted to focus on for the city of Mhlathuze?
I think generally, my brother, is that across all successful nations or countries, they have invested a lot of funding from infrastructure development. And infrastructure development cut across as a promoter of so many other economic value chains, including tourism. And this city is not only a tourist destination, as you'll know, it is an industrial port city. And also we needed to align how best then can we look at the infrastructure projects that can also promote tourism in the city of Mhlathuze, and not only in the city of Mhlathuze, but where the city is actually next to some SADC regions like Mozambique, in Swaziland. The province of Mpumalanga is very close when you are here. So the infrastructure projects such as the relocation of the airport from where it is now to where we are now, we are actually being advised that possibly the runway of the new airport that the city is implementing will be probably where we are at Tembela venue. So in the future, you might not see this beautiful venue. And that will make it easy for any tourist or for any investor across the world to connect to Richards Bay from any part of the world. It will be easy to fly to Durban and then connect to here, or fly to OR Tambo and connect to where we are now, or anywhere in the part of South Africa and Africa. So it's a lot of projects that we are looking at, not only the airport, We're looking at, for instance, the International Convention Center, just next to the beach. Yesterday, our investors actually were shown the what we call the sites. The EIAs have been done. We're just at the point where we're supposed to go out and seek for a potential investor. The airport, as I spoke about, is going to be implemented through a PPP. National Treasury has already approved that. The steel bridge, which will make a way possible for the waterfront development along the Alkanstrand beach. And by the way, we pride ourselves as a city by having the deepest port in the whole of Africa. So many of the goods get transported out of the country and in the country through the port of Richards Bay. We are a very significant port north of the KZN province. So people can expect many more things with regards to the projects that are here. And we call upon all the investors to start beginning to view uMhlathuze as the next investment destination and being one of the cities which will add value in terms of the tourism sites that are here, and also but neighboring areas like Mtubatuba and Mkanyagote. There is Smangalis Wetland Park. There is the Big Five, Mfolozi, the game reserves are here. We have some also here, Tula, and that's where we have some rhinos and elephants here in the city of Mhlathuze. So we can speak until when the sun sets.
That's wonderful. I want us to just take a break, and then when we return, we're going to look at just the response, from those that are attending, the business investors that are attending. What is their response to what they are seeing, so that we can talk about the future of investment in the province overall of KZN, particularly in the local municipality of uMhlathuze. In conversation with Xolani Ngwezi, who is uMhlathuze Local Municipality Mayor. We'll be right back.
Stella Longwe pamalonje
palitu sokoma pano pamalonje kumvera nyimbo za mu Afro pano pamalonje ndiyetu apa tili ndi katswiri oyimba ameneyu ndi katswiri wa dziko la Malawi amene akukhala mdziko la South Africa ndipo amayimba amene akuti ndi Big Nick Malawi. Yatusati kuti kodi moyo wanu woyimba ukuyenda bwanji mu Johannesburg?
Moyo woyimba ukuyenda bwinobwino kwambiri, chiliyonse chikuteka ndithu bwinobwino.
Ayi aziwoneka chiliyonse chikuteka mofa magrasi anu apa mwaka akuti kumenya yonse aziwoneka zoti azikuteka ndithu mu Johannesburg.
malonje pa nthawi ya 6 koloko kufikira 7 koloko madzulo. Lowiruka ndi Stella Longwe.
The Upside with Tebogo Lekhuleni and Mmatsheko Mosito, bringing Africa's voices to the world. On Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Thank you very much for staying with us. And if you've just Thank you very much for staying with us. And if you've just tuned in, you are listening to Channel Africa or watching Channel Africa on YouTube as well as Facebook. Wonderful to have you here. Otherwise, if you're listening from any other part of the region, we are on channelafrica.co.za or available on satellite, channel PAS10 across the various satellite platforms on the continent. We are speaking to Xolani Ngwezi, who is uMhlathuze Local Municipality Mayor, and he's just talking to us about, just the forum and its importance in the municipality, what opportunities are available, what's happening. This whole venue is going to turn into an airport runway, which is exciting when you look at matters around social and economic development in the municipality. Mr. Mayor, let's talk about just where we left off in terms of what kind of response you have seen so far from investors and business leaders that are attending the forum.
I think personally, although this is day 2 of the conference, but the response by different investors and stakeholders that are here is quite very positive. And in 2021, when I was inaugurated as the mayor, I did indicate that at that time we will ensure that in the next 5 years we grow the economy in the city of Mhlathuze to become the second biggest economy in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. And by the efforts that the city has actually put in place, by the second year of my term of office, the economy of the city of Mhlathuze is number 2 as we speak. So, yeah, everyone now is beginning to understand that there need to be a special focus in investment in the city of Mhlathuze. And my advice could be that, because issues of investment are first come, first served. So they need to run faster, because if they don't do that, then they will find things so much expensive in the future. When investments comes, there is a lot of investment that has happened. Properties may become to be very expensive, and I think the sooner the better.
The sooner the better,
The
Tebogo.
sooner the better.
Hey,
Why are you pointing at me?
We need to get properties, otherwise they're going to get more
Pointing at me.
expensive.
He's the man we should be talking to about getting property around here in the Richards Bay area. Personally, Mayor, where do you see Richards Bay in the next 5 to 10 years? Because I know when you started in 2021, you already had a vision where you want to see in the next 5 years up until 2026. But in the next 5 years from now, 2025, 2030, 2035, where do you see the city of uMhlathuze as an economic player in South Africa, in Africa? What are your personal hopes?
Well, firstly, I think in the next 10 years, this city will become a metro.
Okay.
I really think that with the efforts that are being put in growing the economy of the city of Mhlathuze, I'm hopeful that in the next 10 years we must qualify to become a metro. And I really think that even some neighboring municipalities, like Mfolozi municipality, is about 20 kilometers from where we are, and it's along the coast. The city will swallow that and become one municipality, which will become a coastal metro. And its economy, I know, will then become a home to many more industries that will be added, which are housed at Mfolozi. The economy will even grow bigger than that. The IDZ itself alone, which is a partner to us, but also an entity of provincial government, is having about 250 billion rand worth of investment in the pipeline.
Wow.
And some investments have already started happening, like Velma, which supplies South Africa with oil, and then it is transported to many other parts of the country. Nyanza is already starting to happen, which will then turn some products which are produced by a big company here called RBM. It's going to be happening here. The gas power plant, for instance, that Eskom wants to implement is being implemented here in the city of Mhlathuze.
Oh, wow.
3,000 megawatts, and that will give rise to job opportunities worth 7,000. So you can only realize then that just these investments alone will attract quite a lot of people. So those who trade on accommodation facilities, what we have is actually a drop in the ocean. I foresee this community, as we are somewhere around 600,000, becoming at least 1 million plus in the next 10 years, because we'll attract quite a lot of people coming into the city. So, not only that which I'm talking about, the port expansion master plan, which will see the port of Richards Bay expanding by at least 2 times what it is, and currently it's employing plus minus 7,000 people, so you might expect about 14,000 jobs in the city of Mhlathuze in the future. So the future looks very bright. But of course, my advice to my colleagues and to the provincial government and other spheres of government could be that we will only achieve all this provided the city of Mhlathuze's political leadership is stable, because there is no investor that wants to invest in an area that has instability. The province must be stable as well, like we are seeing now. The country must be stable, like we are seeing now. And so I'm trying to say, in an area where there is instability, there can be no investment. In an area where there is crime, there can be no investment. Therefore, the efforts that Prementoli in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, together with his executive council and government, that they are putting in the fight against crime, is beginning to yield fruits now. And I can also appeal to our communities to say, they must partner with law enforcement agencies in the fight against crime. GBV and many other issues that are affecting our place, and that wherever there are issues of misunderstanding or lack of service delivery, we can't destroy what we have because we want more. We must preserve what we have, but continue to seek for more, because you know, these billions we're talking about comes after a very big sweat, and it can't be easy to destroy it. We are building for the next generation. So even those that will come after me in 2026, our term of office ends in 2026 November 2. The IEC has already said that. At the back of their minds must always, you know, to grow our economy. It is when our economy is growing that our people can find jobs. The unemployed graduates, you know, and many other issues, that we can fight crime if we've got, you know, a stable economy, and it must grow, because if our economy continues to grow at the rate at which it is growing, the population is growing above the rate of the growth of the economy. Therefore, at a particular time, we will see a lot of South Africans, or even the people from this city, going outside the country where the economies are able to absorb them and give them opportunities. Like previously, we never knew that doctors and engineers will want to go to countries like Australia, China, and so on to seek for opportunities. So all the efforts we're putting, and all the efforts that must be put, at least in the next 20, 30 years, should be efforts that are going to grow the economy so that we can multiply jobs. You know, we shouldn't have a situation whereby those who eat the cake are multiplying, but the cake is decreasing.
Okay.
There must be a balance.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor. Thank you very much for your work. I think that, I mean, it's very exciting. Already as we speak, there is so much happening. The excitement around trade, you know, import and export is also incredibly exciting. All the best for the remainder of the forum, as it were, and with the projects going forward. We would love to return and see what else is happening.
Please call again, and please spend your money here in the city of
It is done already. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It is 2 p.m. in Central African time. This is us entering the middle hour of our show. Thank you for staying with us. It's 2 p.m. Xolani Ngwezi Mayor is standing by with the latest news.